Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be shedding light on how to monetize your addictions. So how do you monetize your addictions, you may ask? Without further ado, without further delay, allow me to demystify that answer to that inquiry right here, right now. But before I do so, I wanted to preface this video by stating that you should do everything in your purview to wean yourself off of your addictions. Addictions can be insalubrious. They could dispossess you of your sacrosanct, indispensable, finite, precious, non-replenishable, invaluable time. So do everything under your jurisdiction to wean yourself off of your addictions. You do not want to engage in addictive activities for a prolonged period of time. It can redound to your disadvantage, and doing so can be inimical, insalubrious, and unfruitful, to say the least. You want to have a balanced life, and if you engage in addictive activities for a prolonged period of time, incessantly, each and every day, is going to preempt you, is going to preclude you, it is going to prevent you from having a balanced life. If you want to be able to attain a balanced life, then do everything in your purview to wean yourself off of your addictions and be diligent about doing so in earnest. Do not shirk on doing so if you want to be able to attain a balanced life. You want to be able to prioritize health optimization measures in lieu of prioritizing basking in addictive activities. It can be a disservice to you to allow addictive activities to take precedence in your life over partaking in health optimization measures. You want to be able to attain vigorous, robust, optimal, stellar health. Do not neglect to do so. Your health is sacrosanct, precious, invaluable, and should not be blithely overlooked. So, as per the monetization of addictions, if you have addictions that are deemed monetizable, then they can be monetized, and it simply involves producing intellectual properties appertaining to your addictions. So this can, for instance, entail producing videos, archivable live stream broadcasts, podcast episodes, audiobooks, songs, courses, blogs, customizable templates, custom-made print-on-demand merchandise, and mobile applications appertaining to your addictions. So, if you want to be able to monetize your addictions, you can profusely produce content appertaining to your addictions. And you should also strive to cultivate a behemoth of a brand across a multitude of popular social media platforms. You want to be able to bring to fruition a sizable content reservoir, as well as a sizable product catalog. You want to be able to not only attain a behemoth of a brand across a myriad of popular social media platforms, but also want to earn paid subscribers, patrons, donors, and brand advocates. You want to have multiple streams of revenue and not be solely dependent on simply earning advertisement revenue. Entrepreneurial content creators, for instance, are able to earn advertisement revenue, subscription revenue, sponsorship revenue, product placement revenue, donation revenue, recurring revenue from patron pledges on Patreon. And they're also able to earn sales revenue by selling custom-made, print-on-demand merchandise to their target market. So, fortunately, much to your relief, much to your elation, much to your gratification, you are at liberty to monetize your addictions. You can profusely produce content appertaining to your addictions. You can also produce products appertaining to your addictions. You can sing about your addictions. You can produce audiobooks about your addictions. You can produce custom-made print-on-demand merchandise about your addictions. You can produce courses about your addictions. You can produce music videos about your addictions. There are so many avenues for generating revenue. And you want all your revenue streams to be on autopilot. You do not want your earnings potential to be tethered to your time. Your time is not scalable. It is finite. By producing monetizable intellectual properties, you not only have an unlimited, uncapped, unfettered earnings potential, but also have the latent potential to be able to generate extreme wealth, especially if your content builds traction and transcends into becoming viral content. It can redound to your benefit, and the outcome can be life-altering. So if you want to monetize your addictions, think about how you can furnish value to your target market. You can produce videos, archivable live stream broadcasts, podcast episodes, audiobooks, songs, courses, blogs, customizable templates, custom-made print-on-demand merchandise, and mobile applications appertaining to your addictions if you are keen on monetizing them. Your passions can become your addictions, and you should not squander the opportunity to monetize your addictions, because you need revenue for pretty much everything, and you want to get out of poverty. And the only way to do so is to have your recurring revenue streams as an aggregate generate enough revenue, generate enough cash inflows to offset your recurring expenses, which are your cash outflows. You do not want to relinquish your sacrosanct, indispensable, finite, precious, and valuable time for a pittance of a measly non-subsistence wage imposed by an employer who does not give an iota about your well-being. You do not want to borrow equity out of your time, life, dignity, happiness, health, and future wealth just for a pittance of a non-subsistence wage, which only provides you with an iota of perishable, fleeting, ephemeral, short-lived, short-term relief. So, make prudent, strategical decisions, exude circumspect behavior, be shrewd, be judicious, be wise, and capitalize on monetizing your addictions in a multitude of disparate ways, so that you can not only draw forth a multitude of recurring revenue streams, but so that you do not regress in life. You do not want your life to plunge into the abyss, metaphorically speaking. You do not want your life to be in arrears, metaphorically speaking. You want to be able to thrust your life in a forward movement trajectory and reach your overarching goals and higher aspirations and actualize your latent potential and manifest the quintessential version of yourself into reality. It is a disservice to yourself if your addictions are not being monetized. Most addictions are deemed to be monetizable. You could just simply produce videos, archivable live stream broadcasts, podcast episodes, audiobooks, songs, courses, blogs, customizable templates, custom-made print-on-demand merchandise, and mobile applications appertaining to your addictions. Yes, you are not guaranteed a penny as an entrepreneur, in spite of how hard you work and in spite of how meritorious your content is, however, it can be far more lucrative if you are profoundly successful as an entrepreneur than it can be if you are deemed to be a highly competent employee. As an employee, your earnings potential is artificially capped, and the profits are reserved for the shareholders, the executives, and of course, the chief executive officer. If you're an entrepreneur and if your content transcends into viral status, then in 1 year you could earn far more revenue than an employee who works real private sector jobs based on voluntary demand will earn throughout the entirety of their lifetime. So, I hope that you deem this video to be insightful and enthralling. Most people are acutely unaware that their addictions can be monetized.
You're yelling! Stop!
However, it would behoove you to monetize your addictions so that you can transform your addictions into a lucrative career. If you are profoundly successful as an entrepreneurial content creator, you do not have to produce product offerings appertaining to your addictions, but you should at least produce content appertaining to your addictions. It's much easier to entice others to consume your content for free than it is to entice others to procure your product offerings. People are reticent about parting with their money. On the other hand, they are more inclined, they are more amenable to consuming your content if it is free to watch and does not cause them to need to lay out a penny to do so. So, once again, I hope that you found this video to be engrossing, enthralling, captivating, mesmerizing, insightful, and of course, informative. Have a blissful day. Goodbye.